morning. Um, I'm not feeling, trying to be, trying to express my feelings more in general rather than just like describing and saying that I'm fine. Because every time I say that I'm not, um, I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling quite sad actually. Um, and that's a very uncomfortable feeling for me to say out loud and to express to other people. But I am sad, and I have been sad for a very, very long time. Sorry, this is going to be much harder than I thought it was going to be. Basically, I'm trying to break out of the habit of going silent when what I'm feeling isn't like well received isn't the right word. When it's not digestible, when how I'm feeling isn't digestible, I go silent. Um, but I just I have a very deep connection with the house I'm in. And it's like this thing of I personify inanimate objects. I always like because I didn't have much things that I did have I hold on to very closely as if they are a friend. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned beforehand uh, in a previous video that my emotions tend to be very based around the dreams that I have. And I have had so many dreams of this house. And the one that I had today, it's just, I'm trying to get over the fact of calling myself embarrassing because, like, sure, yes, other people may find it cringe, but it's just like my natural feelings. It's basically what I'm trying to say is that this house is very special to me. And the dream that I had today, it hmm, I it just felt like its power was being stripped. Um, I don't know how else to explain that, but it has gone through so much despair, so much abuse, technically. Um, and I sometimes I feel like I could feel its pain, and I don't know whether it's its pain or whether it's mine of feeling stripped of power and of constantly having to argue against things being taken away, being feeling like I'm trapped in this place that is loveless, surrounded by selfish people. When I woke up, I couldn't tell what song was playing in my head. Um, it should have been obvious because like the part was stuck. The name was its chorus, you know. Um, it was All In by Rice, Ryce, and I don't remember what I'm talking about. I don't. I just knew that it felt good to record, to at least get some stuff off of my mind, just to talk about something, to use my voice. I, I'm ready to go sit outside for some time because I think I just need to be in nature. I planned to go. Okay, so yesterday I wanted to try to go a day without using any of my electronics. I went 6 hours. Only lasted 6 hours because it was hot. I kept on making excuses as to why I couldn't, and I felt like the restriction of I can't use these things kept it on my mind more. And then as soon as I said, you know what, I can, I finally felt more relaxed. Um, and I didn't use it for like 10 more minutes. I actually cooked, I ate, I painted all in silence because usually whenever I do things, I'm like listening to something. I'm listening to music. I'm listening to YouTube. Um, I didn't wake up and doom scroll for an hour or two. And like whenever I wake up, my guess, depending on the sun being up and the fact that I fell asleep and woke up again, I think I woke up at 5, fell asleep, woke up at 7. Um, and getting rid of, or at least trying not to use my phone first thing in the morning, first thing that I do when I wake up, has has enabled me to actually get that extra sleep in. And I still woke up today tired. Um, the first thing I did wasn't reach for my phone today. It was paint. I paint. No, it was write. I painted and I wrote this morning because I just needed to vent. I also fixed the edge of my notebook because you know how composition notebooks typically have like this black band thing that keeps the pages together. That had come off basically immediately when I first got this. Um, and now I've just taped the end. It's not as like firm as what should be there, but like, and I also don't like how bright orange it is, but I also don't want to change it, you know? But yeah, the first thing I did was write. And because the first thing I did was write it in a state of drowsiness, it enabled me to be more true to myself in my writing. Because even whenever I write, I try to filter it. So it's not like too extreme, too mean. I will say though that when the part of the dream when I felt that this house was being taken apart, I was screaming and crying about because I could literally see the signs everywhere that this place once had magic. This place once housed powerful people. Um, and that was being taken away and replaced. Um, but yeah, I had like literally started screaming and crying till my voice went. And because things feel very real to me in my dream, and sometimes what my body is feeling translates, especially whenever like you're close to waking up. Um, like I felt that my throat was dry, too dry to like actually cry and stuff. But I was truthfully wailing. Um, but right before I woke up, it was like at max 5 seconds. It was like, because this always happens whenever I have a panic attack or whenever I'm like crying but trying to explain myself, where it would be, I can't stop yelling, I can't control my volume, um, and I'm yelling, and then just like a wave of calmness where I just relax. But it's actually more scary because, yes, when I was yelling and I was screaming and crying, you could tell I was angry. But silent rage is even worse. And I felt that that was a turning point where I just went silent and angry. And I felt myself starting to turn towards my father, who was the one who was ruining the house. And that's when I woke up. And I know if I had continued, if the dream had continued, it would not have ended well. It's like, the calm before a storm. And so I woke up in a state where I don't like waking up. I woke up angry. I don't like waking up angry. I woke up angry and fed up. Like, I understand why, but it's also like a feeling of what am I supposed to do though? So 10, 10, and 5, 5, and now 10, 11. But that video ended precisely at 10, 10, and my phone's on 55%. So I'm gonna do something that improves my mood. Actually, before I do that, let me show you what I'm working on. So, the painting that I had done before, I hate it. And so I painted over it, and I'm doing a new one. The white paint is garbage, but like it's hard to find good white acrylic paint without um paying an arm and a leg. So, and I decided to also this white paint is so bad. As soon as it gets wet again, it starts mixing, and it's like I don't want. You're supposed to be dry anyway. Um, I have also brought back the paints that I had bought 3, 4 years ago. Yeah, and this is the most used one. This is the maroon that I mixed with burnt umber. Obviously, I need to do more coats, but like that's what I'm working on. And that's what I started doing yesterday when I wasn't using my electronics, and yeah. So I'm gonna end this video here and do something today to make myself feel better. Um, I was gonna say if you want to leave a like, you can leave a like. I honestly don't really care. I don't even care if somebody sees this or if people don't. But if you did watch it and you watch it to the end, I love you and goodbye.